All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Lalema Aneja Dang and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Government extends upper age limit for Agnipath recruitment scheme from 21 years to 23 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi stresses India's best young officers be posted at aspirational districts to bring about noticeable changes through creative thinking and fresh ideas. Chairs 3-day-long National Conference of Chief Secretaries yesterday at Himachal Pradesh. Prime Minister to reach Gujarat on a 2-day visit from today to inaugurate and lay foundation stones of development projects worth 21,000 crore rupees. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh lauds security forces for safeguarding nation, says they act as shield that saves nation from the nefarious designs of neighbour. 4 terrorists gunned down in twin encounters in South Kashmir yesterday. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar says global scenario highlights the need for countries of Indo-Pacific to enhance cooperation and stand together. Government approves additional central assistance of over 1,043 crore rupees to drought-affected Rajasthan and Nagaland. Flood situation continues to be grim in Assam. Indian Meteorological Department issues red alert for many districts. 75 beaches of the country to be cleaned up to commemorate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Online helicopter booking service portal launched for Sri Amarnath Ji Yatra. India and Japan exchange views on macroeconomic situation and allied issues in both countries in New Delhi yesterday. And in cricket, India to take on South Africa in a do-or-die 4th 2020 international match at Rajkot this evening. The central government has extended the upper age limit for the Agnipath recruitment scheme from 21 years to 23 years. The age waiver will be given only one time for the proposed recruitment cycle for 2022, informed the Defence Ministry yesterday. The decision has been taken as no recruitment had taken place in the last 2 years. The government has said that Agniveers will be given priority in the recruitment of Central Armed Police Forces and the State Police. There is a misconception that the future of Agniveers is insecure. It said, for those wishing to be entrepreneurs, they will get a financial package and bank loan scheme. For the Agniveers who wish to study further, 12th class equivalent certificate will be given. Opportunities for youth to serve in armed forces will increase through Agnipath scheme. The Union Cabinet on Tuesday approved the Agnipath recruitment scheme, which provides an opportunity for the Indian youth to serve in the regular cadre of the armed forces for a period of 4 years. Under the scheme, over 46,000 youth will be recruited this year. The Agnipath scheme has been designed to enable a youthful profile of the armed forces. Meanwhile, Director General of Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Arun Chawla, has said that Agnipath scheme is an innovative scheme. Talking exclusively to All India Radio News, Mr. Chawla said industries will get ready-made pool of highly skilled and disciplined manpower for their operation.
ये अग्निपथ स्कीम बहुत इनोवेटिव और अद्भुत स्कीम है। 40,000 यंग लोग इसमें बेनिफिट करेंगे हर साल और इस स्कीम के 3 डिस्टिंक्ट एडवांटेजेस हैं। सबसे पहला तो है इट विल स्ट्रेंथन द आर्म्ड फोर्सेस एज इट विल इन्फ्यूज यंग ब्लड इनटू द आर्म्ड फोर्सेस। सेकंड एडवांटेज ये है कि इट विल फ्लो टू द यंग पीपल हु विल गेट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू सर्व द नेशन एंड आल्सो लर्न न्यू स्किल। तीसरा बेनिफिशियरी रहेगा इंडस्ट्री विच विल get ready-made pool of highly skilled and disciplined manpower for their operation.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi stressed that India's best young officers should be posted at aspirational districts to bring about noticeable changes through their creative thinking and fresh ideas. He said this while chairing the 3-day-long National Conference of Chief Secretaries yesterday at Dharamshala, Himachal Pradesh. The first of its kind conference is being held as an exercise towards strengthening the partnership between the centre and the states to build a shared vision for Amrit Kal. Lauding the success of the Aspirational Districts program, the Prime Minister said the government should strive to make these the inspirational districts of India and extend the program to the block and city levels. He said the experience gained by them while working in these districts would be unparalleled and prove useful for the entire country. Speaking on education, Mr. Modi said the teachers' training can be strengthened by leveraging digital technology and learning mobile apps. He said award-winning retired school teachers may also be roped in for training teachers. The Prime Minister also suggested organizing competitions among young entrepreneurs, startups and youth for preparation of quality content in various media such as drama, animation, mono acting, etc. in regional languages. The best content creators would be awarded. Discussions were held on crop diversification and achieving self-sufficiency in oilseeds, pulses and other agri-commodities, and implementation of National Education Policy School Education. There were sessions on Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Road to 2047 and the Aspirational Districts Program. Several strategies for Atmanirbhar Krishi and for a digital mission in agriculture were also discussed. The need for greater center-state coordination for driving India's infrastructure growth story through PM Gati Shakti was also highlighted.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a 2-day visit to Gujarat from today. He will inaugurate the redeveloped temple of Sri Kalika Mata at Pavagad Hill tomorrow. It is one of the oldest temples in the area and attracts pilgrims in large numbers. Mr. Modi will also inaugurate and lay foundation stones of development projects worth 21,000 crore rupees. He will participate in the Gujarat Gaurav Abhiyan at Vadodara. The Prime Minister will dedicate and lay the foundation stone of various railway projects worth over 16,000 crore rupees. These projects will help lower logistics cost and boost industry and agriculture sector in the region.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has said that Pakistan is continuously trying to trouble India, but our armed forces successfully thwart the nefarious designs of the neighbour. Addressing Jawans in Baramulla cantonment on the first day of his visit to Jammu and Kashmir yesterday, the Defence Minister said Pakistan has its policy of bleeding India with thousands of cuts, but our security forces are the protective shield because of which they themselves get cut.
पाकिस्तान बराबर लीड इंडिया विद थाउजेंड्स ऑफ कट्स के साथ हर समय यह कोशिश करता है कि भारत सदैव परेशान रहे, लेकिन आप सब इस देश की ऐसी फेंसिंग वायर हैं जिसके कट का प्रयास करने वाले खुद ही ब्रीडिंग के शिकार हो जाते हैं। आतंकवादी वारदातें भी पहले बड़ी संख्या में होती थी, लेकिन अब वह नाम मात्र रह गई हैं। उसका श्रेय भी यदि किसी को जाता है तो हमारे सेना के जवानों को जाता है, हमारे सीआरपीएफ बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स के जवानों को और जम्मू कश्मीर पुलिस के जवानों को जाता है।
Mr. Singh mentioned that India believes in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and has never attacked or encroached upon any country. On the second day of the visit today, the Defence Minister will travel to forward areas of Union Territory to assess the overall security situation. He will also be briefed by senior commanders of the army.
4 terrorists were gunned down in twin encounters in South Kashmir in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir yesterday. Police said 2 terrorists were gunned down by security forces in Kujar area of Kulgam district. In another encounter in South Kashmir, 2 terrorists were neutralized by security forces in Hangalgund village in Kokarnag area of Anantnag district. Meanwhile, security forces have recovered a 15-kilogram IED that was planted in village Armulla in Litter area of Pulwama district. 2 terrorists were arrested in this connection. The Union Government has approved additional central assistance of over 1,043 crore rupees under the National Disaster Response Fund to Rajasthan and Nagaland, which were affected by drought during 2021-22. The high-level committee under the chairmanship of Home Minister Amit Shah approved around 1,004 crore rupees for Rajasthan and over 39 crore rupees for Nagaland. This additional assistance is over and above the funds released by the centre to the states in the State Disaster Response Funds.
Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin insisted that the Interstate Council meetings should be held at least thrice a year. In a letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday, he said the Council serves as a platform for all states and the centre to discuss subjects having common interests. He termed the Council as a key tool to strengthen cooperation and federal relations among the states and with the centre. Mr. Stalin expressed happiness over the reconstitution of the Interstate Council by the Prime Minister in May this year. In Telangana, the TS iPass scheme introduced in the state has created about 5 lakh direct employment and equal number of indirect job opportunities. The scheme has also attracted investments over 4.1 trillion rupees. It was stated in the MSME Export Promotion Council report. Chairman Dr. D.S. Rawat released a report in Hyderabad yesterday. Speaking to media later, he said the study revealed that Telangana is the most favoured investors' destination by providing an enabling environment.
75 beaches of the country will be cleaned up to commemorate the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The coastal cleanup drive will be carried out for 75 days from the 3rd of July to the 17th of September of this year. The drive is aimed at removing 1,500 tons of garbage from the coasts. This was disclosed by Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh yesterday while chairing a meeting to preview preparations for International Coastal Cleanup Day 2022 in New Delhi. Speaking about this unique drive, Dr. Singh said it will be the first of its kind and longest running coastal cleanup campaign with highest number of people participating in it. He said the participation of people is essential to convey the message of Swachh Sagar, Surakshit Sagar for the prosperity of the country. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the countdown events to International Day Yoga, Minister of State for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Dr. L. Murugan, will participate in a yoga program along with dairy farmers at Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu today. The event will be held at the proposal of Ministry of Ayush as countdown to the International Day of Yoga. Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying Ministry aims to bring more people into the fold of the activities of IDY 2022 for health and well-being by promoting milk and dairy products as a good source of vital essential nutrients.
In Jammu and Kashmir, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha launched the online helicopter booking service portal for Sri Amarnath Ji Yatra yesterday. Devotees can log on to Shrine Board's website www.jksasb.nic.in for the booking of helicopter tickets for the Yatra. Dedicating new online service to the devotees of Sri Amarnath Ji, Mr. Sinha maintained that for the first time, devotees can travel with ease directly from Srinagar to Panchtarni and complete the Yatra in a single day. Earlier, helicopter services were operational for only 2 sectors, but now the pilgrims can avail the services in 4 sectors, to and fro, that is, Srinagar to Nilgrath, Srinagar to Pahalgam, Nilgrath to Panchtarni, and Pahalgam to Panchtarni. As many as 11 helicopters are available for the passengers. The Yatra 2022 shall commence on the 30th of June and culminate on 11th of August.
In Assam, the flood situation continues to be grim. Following incessant and heavy rainfall since June the 13th, the India Meteorological Department has predicted extremely heavy rains today. We have a report from our Guwahati correspondent.
Heavy rain continued to lash many districts of Assam on Thursday. An extremely heavy rainfall is likely to occur today in many parts of the state. The Indian Meteorological Department has issued red alert for districts including Dhubri, Gwalpara, West Karbi Anglong, Barpeta, Baksa, Bongaga, Nolbari and Dima Hasao. Several district administrations has appealed to people to step out of their homes only if they have urgent or essential work and issued orders directing all schools, colleges and educational institutions to suspend classes today. Capital city Guwahati has badly affected due to incessant rainfall. Meanwhile, National Health Mission Assam has conducted a meeting through video conference with all district NSM teams in order to review the current flood situation in the state and the medical assistance provided to the flood affected areas. The NSM informed that flood affected districts have adequate medicine supplies and health team is posted in all flood relief camps. Aminul Guwahati.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Government extends upper age limit for Agnipath recruitment scheme from 21 years to 23 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi stresses India's best young officers be posted at aspirational districts to bring about noticeable changes through creative thinking and fresh ideas. Chairs a 3-day-long National Conference of Chief Secretaries yesterday at Himachal Pradesh. Prime Minister to reach Gujarat on a 2-day visit from today to inaugurate and lay foundation stones of development projects worth over 21,000 crore rupees. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh lauds security forces for safeguarding nation, says they act as shield that saves the nation from nefarious designs of neighbours. 4 terrorists gunned down in twin encounters in South Kashmir yesterday. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar says global scenario highlights the need for countries of Indo-Pacific to enhance cooperation and stand together. Government approves additional central assistance of over 1,043 crore rupees to drought-affected Rajasthan and Nagaland. Flood situation continues to be grim in Assam. IMD issues red alert for many districts. 75 beaches of the country should be cleaned up to commemorate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Online helicopter booking service portal launched for Sri Amarnath Ji Yatra. India and Japan exchange views on macroeconomic situation and allied issues in both countries in New Delhi yesterday. And in cricket, India to take on South Africa in a do-or-die fourth 2020 international match at Rajkot this evening. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर
8700014242।
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said that the global scenario highlights the need for countries of the Indo-Pacific to enhance cooperation and stand together.
The world is currently experiencing turbulence, which along with the consequences of the pandemic has made the global outlook even more uncertain and complex. Developments in our own region too have had their implications, whether we speak of Afghanistan or of Myanmar. Further away, the conflict in Ukraine is exacerbating concerns over food, fertilizer and fuel security. This global scenario highlights the need for countries of the Indo-Pacific to enhance their cooperation and in fact to stand together.
The minister said India and ASEAN contribute to the ongoing rebalancing of the global order.
It is natural, while surveying the larger landscape, that our ASEAN partners would have an interest in relations between India and China. So let me be clear that the development of our ties has to be based on three mutuals: mutual respect, mutual sensitivity and mutuality of interest. The state of the border will be reflected on the state of the relationship.
Dr. Jaishankar said, like the rest of the world, India and ASEAN are also recovering from COVID. He said a key takeaway is to be better prepared for future health emergencies. India and Japan held a finance dialogue in New Delhi to exchange views on macroeconomic situation, financial system, financial digitalization and investment environment in both the countries. Vice Minister of Finance for International Affairs of Japan, Masato Kanda, and Secretary of Department of Economic Affairs in the Ministry of Finance, Ajay Seth, led their sides in the first India-Japan Finance Dialogue yesterday. In view of the growing importance of India-Japan relations in recent years, the dialogue was upgraded to the level of Vice Minister and Secretary.
Sri Lanka has decided to import 50,000 metric tons of rice from India under loan assistance program. This is to check abnormal increase in the price of rice. The decision was taken after a discussion at the Prime Minister's office to allocate necessary funds for import by State Trading Corporation under the Indian Loan Assistance Program. European leaders expressed their support for Ukraine while meeting with President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kyiv yesterday. The visiting leaders vowed to back Kyiv's candidacy to eventually join the European Union. French President Emmanuel Macron, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, and Italian Premier Mario Draghi addressed a news conference jointly with Zelensky. They also expressed concern about millions of tons of grain backed up in Black Sea ports by the conflict, saying it could bring the whole worldwide catastrophe.
And now let's listen to our special program Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember Odia social reformer Utkal Mani Gopabandhu Das, who died on the 17th of June 1928. Das's crusade against untouchability, advocacy of widow remarriage, campaign for literacy, particularly vocational training, and above all, a deep commitment and compassion for poor and destitutes have immortalized him. Mo bhai bhoni he utkala basi Sorajya sadhane nahu udasi je dikhyare thare Karicha vishwasa no chhadata thiba jaeti nishwasa Sorajya manav janma adhikara eha bine desha hue khara khara misu moro deha.
Gopabandhu Das was born on 9th of October 1877 in Suwando village near Puri, Odisha. In 1909, he established Satyabadi High School in Sakhigopal, which was inspired by the Deccan Education Society. The school operated in the Gurukul tradition with an aim to impart a liberal education on a non-sectarian basis.
Das became the first president of Utkal Pradesh Congress Committee in 1920. Holding the post until 1928, he welcomed Gandhiji to the province in 1921. Das was arrested in 1922 when he received a 2-year prison sentence. Gopabandhu became All India Vice President of the Lok Sevak Mandal in April 1928. He became ill while attending a society meeting in Lahore and died on the 17th of June 1928. AIR News salutes the great Indian.
We also remember independence activist Mani, a resident of district Amritsar, Punjab, who died on 17th of June 1919. Mani was active in organizing a hartal on 6th of April 1919 at Amritsar as part of the nationwide call of hartal given by Mahatma Gandhi to protest against the Rowlatt Act.
Mani was charged for killing Sergeant Rowland. He was executed on the 17th of June 1919. AIR News salutes the great martyr.
We remember freedom fighter Prabhavati Namdeo, a resident of Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh. She took part in the civil disobedience movement in April 1932 and encouraged many other women to join it. She was arrested and imprisoned in the Jabalpur district jail and died in the prison due to tortures on 17th of June 1932. We salute the brave daughter of the country.
remember independence activist Mundar, a close associate of Rani Lakshmi Bai, a resident of Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh. Mundar joined the First War of Indian Independence in 1857 and fought against the British under the command of Rani Lakshmi Bai. Mundar took part in driving the British out from Jhansi and its surrounding areas including Koonch, Kalpi and Gwalior. The British, however, struck back and reached Jhansi in 1858. Mundar was killed while fighting against the British in Gwalior and later cremated on the 17th of June 1858 at Gwalior. AIR News salutes the great martyr.
We also remember martyr Atta Muhammad, who took part in the First War of Independence in 1857. He fought the British at several places in the Bombay Presidency.
He was caught by the company troops in the course of an engagement and tried for desertion and mutiny against the British authority. Muhammad was sentenced to transportation for life in 1857. He died in the cellular jail on the 17th of June 1858. AIR News salutes the brave son of the soil.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
Preparations for the International Day of Yoga are in full swing across the globe. Indian embassies, yoga gurus and yoga enthusiasts have been organizing many curtain raiser events ahead of the 8th day of yoga. Today we bring you the story of Indian yoga guru Sohan Singh, who has been actively promoting Indian heritage of yoga to Chinese people. A report from our Beijing bureau.
This year we are celebrating 8th International Yoga Day. And this year is very special as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is going on. Sohan Yoga already began. Curtain raiser events for International Yoga Day. Every weekend we have yoga events in some city. We are planning to connect at least 75 yoga schools.
Yoga Guru Sohan Singh, who hails from village Bhatkheda in Lalitpur district of Uttar Pradesh, established Sohan Yoga in China in 2014 and has 10 centers across China. His institute Sohan Yoga has introduced yoga to millions of Chinese people, including Chinese movie stars, through its yoga events broadcast on Chinese TV channels.
We have events across China and trying to connect and enhance people-to-people understanding between India and China. This is a great cultural exchange through yoga. Indian and Chinese people can connect and understand each other's culture.
India will take on South Africa in the 4th 2020 International of the 5-match series at Saurashtra Cricket Association Stadium in Rajkot this evening. The match will begin at 7 p.m. The hosts face another must-win situation, with the visitors leading the series 2-1.
And now a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital Delhi will have generally cloudy sky with light to moderate rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature was 24 and maximum will be 40 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have generally cloudy sky with intermittent rain. Guwahati will have generally cloudy sky with continuous rain.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. WTO members reach historic deal in Geneva. The 4-day meeting was extended by a day, is a Business Standard headline. FSSAI now defines what is vegan, as many food chains are putting vegan or plant-based protein offerings on their menu and nothing of animal origin in India, reports the Hindu Business Line. Mother Dairy to lower the rates of its edible oils by 15 rupees per litre across variants, reports the Tribune. Famed All India radio producer Rita Mukherjee passed away yesterday. An iconic personality, she nurtured many youngsters in broadcasting in the 1970s, mourns the Indian Express. 260 schools in Maoist-infested Bastar have finally opened after 15 years, says the Asian Age. And here's good news for diabetics. The IISC Bengaluru has developed a set of self-regulating footwear for diabetics as they have very slow healing foot injuries.
And now the headlines again. Government extends upper age limit for Agnipath recruitment scheme from 21 to 23 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi stresses India's best young officers be posted at aspirational districts to bring about noticeable changes through creative thinking and fresh ideas. Prime Minister to reach Gujarat on a 2-day visit from today to inaugurate and lay foundation stones of development projects worth 21,000 crore rupees. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh lauds security forces for safeguarding nation. 4 terrorists gunned down in twin encounters in South Kashmir yesterday. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar says global scenario highlights need for countries of Indo-Pacific to enhance cooperation and stand together. And that's all we have for you.